My phone buzzes with a message from the mother who disowned me twice. Enough time has passed. Let's meet and talk. After a year of silence, her cancer diagnosis hits. And suddenly, they want forgiveness. But when I finally faced them, their hypocrisy shattered. And I served the justice they'd denied me for years, hey folks. If you've ever been crushed by toxic family ties, felt the burn of betrayal from those who should protect you, or craved that moment when karma flips the script, this story's for you. Smash that like if revenge tales fuel your fire. Subscribe for more Reddit karma hits that deliver sweet satisfaction. If you'd like to share your story with our channel, please send it via the email link in the description. And let's dive in. This one's a raw ride through pain and power reclaimed. Growing up in a house where fear lurks behind every closed door. That's my childhood. My father towering over us, his fists leaving bruises on my mother that we'd all pretend didn't exist. She cowered in his shadow, and so did I, tiptoeing through days filled with his rages. But hey, we had money, lavish vacations, nice clothes, all the material trappings to mask the chaos. It was normal until I met my boyfriend. Let's call him Jake. His steady kindness opened my eyes. Suddenly, I saw the daily belittling for what it was. Control disguised as parenting comments like, "You're nothing without us," or treating me like a child at 20, when I was navigating college and life. My hands would shake holding the phone after their calls. Stomach knotted from the constant judgment at first. Jake got along with them. We had our ups and downs, arguments, even breakups, but we fought through, growing stronger. Tension brewed when he moved in with me in the city. Dad flipped, because we didn't beg his permission in person. A phone call wasn't respectful enough. Jake stepped up, covering rent so they couldn't dangle financial strings over me while I studied. My pulse raced during those family dinners, forks clinking awkwardly as Dad's glare bored into us. Then came the big move. Jake inherited a rundown house in the countryside. We dreamed of fixing it up, creaky floors turning into our sanctuary. But my parents? They exploded, disowning me the first time. Months of radio silence. My chest tight with abandonment, tears soaking pillows in the dead of night. Eventually, they circled back. Apologies dripping like honey. False hope bloomed. I thought we'd reconciled, hugs exchanged. Promises made for a brief spell, calm settled. We talked like a family again. But toxic roots run deep, and they were about to strangle everything. Escalation hit hard. The manipulation ramped up. Snide remarks about our rural life, mocking me as a dumb country girl who'd waste my education on livestock. "You're worthless." They'd sneer over the phone. Voices dripping venom. Accusations flew. Jake's controlling me, drugging me, turning me against them. My throat would tighten, words caught as I bit back retorts. They were arrogant in their hypocrisy. Dad, the abuser, preaching standards while Mom enabled it all. Her eyes averted, lips pressed thin realistic monsters. Not screaming villains, but the kind who smile while twisting the knife, making you doubt your sanity. One massive fight with Jake pushed me over. Yelling echoed through the unfinished house. No heat, no bathroom, just raw frustration. I stormed out, and my parents swooped in like saviors, whisking me home. Joy lit their faces. I was back where I belong. For weeks, it felt almost normal, pampering mixed with subtle digs. But Jake reached out to Dad, explaining he suggested I leave for my sake. Dad's response? A bellowed rant. "You have no right." Fury boiled in his voice, slamming the door on reason Jake called me next. Voice soft, pleading, I snuck out to meet him. Heart hammering against my ribs, I suggested bringing him inside for a real talk. Dad's ultimatum. He kisses my feet, then I kick him out, body rigid. I faced the choice, leave forever or block Jake, who waited outside in the rain. Headlights cutting through the dark, panic surged. Sobs racking my body as I hit block, fingers numb on the screen. A month of silence. Hollow and aching, I crashed with my sister in a nearby town, her apartment a temporary cage. Then Jake showed up one evening, rain-slicked hair, handing me a letter through the cracked door. His eyes searched mine, full of quiet desperation that broke the dam. We started talking, whispers turning to plans. Reconciliation with Jake meant war with them, and I was ready to choose. False calm shimmered when I told my parents I wanted Jake back. At first, a flicker. Mom's voice softened on the phone. We just worry. But then they doubled down. Hypocrisy unleashing. He'll beat you, toss you like trash. Curses flew. Threats of disownment again. I stood silent, breath shallow, realizing the insanity. A 23-year-old woman forbidden from her own life. Their treatment swung wildly. Princess 1 minute, don't cook, rest. Servant the next. Why aren't you helping? Lazy. Sister spied, handing out cleaning schedules like orders parents popped in unannounced, eyes scanning for flaws. It clicked. Then, their control wasn't love. It was chains, echoing my childhood fears where one wrong breath sparked explosions. The breaking point crashed in. I declared, I'm going back to him. Their roar, you'll only return in a coffin. Slurs hurled, drug addict, mentally ill. They cursed my existence, doors slammed forever, even if I ended up broken on the street. My response? A calm okay inside, resolve hardened like steel. No more powerlessness, I'd been betrayed. Disrespected, left alone for a year, anger simmered, but so did determination. This was it. Time to break free for good. Revenge wasn't plotted with malice. It brewed in quiet empowerment. I moved out fast, boxes piled in Jake's truck, wind rushing through open windows as we drove away. They threatened the family, harassing grandparents, checking phones, yelling until aunts went silent at a wedding. Mom ignored my nod, her back stiff, lips curled in disdain. Grandparents snuck visits, but Dad's village spies reported back doubts gnawed, nights staring at the ceiling. Wondering if I'd regret isolation, Dear whispered. What if they manipulate again? But I pushed on, building our life, fixing the house. Hammer echoes mixing with laughter. We faced inflation's bite. Bills stacking, fridge sometimes bare, but independence tasted sweet. Like fresh country air after a storm, then karma whispered through a diagnosis. Months later, word trickled. Mom's cancer, uterus removed. Recovery slow. Grandparents pushed reconciliation, slipping her my number. Suddenly, parents claimed no issue with Jake's hypocritical flip after trashing us. My fists clenched reading her message. Enough time has passed, let's meet. Heart raced. Old anxieties bubbling. Discomfort twisting my gut. Palms sweaty, I replied cautiously, hoping for accountability. Her vague, it wasn't right on either side ignited fury. Flames licking my thoughts. No apology. Just deflection. 10 days silent, then another plea. Meet in town, Jake urged. Go. Hear them out, can't worsen. Doubt swirled. Could I face the manipulation? But determination won. The plan formed. Meet on my terms, voice the pain, walk away if needed. Sensory prep. Deep breaths in the mirror. Practicing words until my voice steadied internal tug of war. Fear of cycles versus craving closure. Execution day. I drive to the cafe, knuckles white on the wheel. They wait at a corner table. Mum pale, Dad fidgeting with his coffee cup, avoiding eye contact, air thick with unspoken tension. The clink of spoons amplified, we sit. Mum starts softly. We've missed you. The cancer, it changes things. Dad nods, gruff. No more grudges about your boyfriend. But I lean in, voice firm. Missed me? After calling me worthless, threatening disownment, you ignored me at the wedding, spied on me, harassed everyone. Words pour out, detailing the abuse, the control, the hypocrisy of their love. Mum's eyes widen, tears welling. Dad's face reddens, stammering. We were protecting you. Anger flashes in his glare, but disbelief cracks it, shoulders slumping as reality hits. Please, Mum begs, voice breaking. Forgive us, we need you now. Humiliation etches their features, her hands trembling, his jaw clenched in defeat, but triumph surges through me, chest lightening, breaths deep and free. No, I say, standing. Healing starts with real change, not desperation call when you're ready to own it. I walk out, door chiming behind, relief flooding like sunlight, empowered. Unbroken karma isn't always loud. Sometimes it's the quiet mirror forcing hypocrites to face their reflections. I didn't destroy them. I reclaimed my life, proving justice comes from standing tall, not stooping low. If that epic stand gave you goosebumps, hit like and share your own family karma tales in the comments. What's the boldest boundary you've set? Subscribe for more Reddit revenge that empowers, bell on for notifications, and catch you next time. Stay strong.